65-year-old pastor Dwight Reed is married to 19-year-old Jordan and has been in her life since she was 13 years old.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. So this video is a video of a 63 years old bishop that is married to an 18 years old girl. This video has struck a big conversation. I don't want to call his name because I don't want to murder him. But this bishop came on the pulpit and was talking and bragging about his wife. And his wife is 18 years old. 18 years old. For me personally, I still see 18 years old as a child. But to think about how this man is 63. And what was he waiting for? What was it? Probably he was just waiting perfectly for her to be 18. So anyway, what struck this conversation was him posting a video and talking about how people are wanting his wife. And this bishop has been married, I think 2 or 3 times now. But anyway, let's go check out this video that struck the entire conversation that got people talking. Then we'll come back and talk more.
And I wish some of y'all would mess with my wife, Jordan. Talking about what you gonna do if you see her. Well, you will see me on the news. Let me just tell you that right now. Talking about what you gonna do if you see her. You better walk by and say, praise the Lord. That's what you better do. Because that's my wife. And she grown. She didn't need nobody to sign no paperwork for her. Now, if this was out in the streets, y'all be saying she made a come up. But you a hypocrite. So don't you forget the Bible say marriage is honorable. And the Bible said when you find a wife, honey, you find favor with God, honey. I found some favor with God. And we sleeping good at night. Ain't nobody up all night worrying about all these crooks. But I felt I need to say that because somebody talking about what they're going to do if they see you. I'm telling you now, don't let the devil fool you. Because I ain't the one to play with. I get on the other side here.
Can we talk about how this is giving grooming? How this is giving... I know exactly what I'm doing. For a grown man, a grandpa, 63... talking about how he found a wife and found a good thing in an 18 years old child. Don't get it twisted. I know, yes, legally they say 18 years is an adult. 18 years old is a child. Their frontal lobe is not even developed. And I feel like this is just, and we've had this conversation of older men going for younger girls. Why is it not with an older woman? Why is it doing with a child? This just gives me grooming, like just waiting perfectly for her to turn 18 before he marries her so that there's no people coming for him. That's what this is giving me. And for me, this is so disgusting. And the way he was talking is like, oh, anybody like a trophy. Like she's a trophy. There's a prize. And yet people are here telling people, women that choose to go single and don't want to deal with some of these men. When some of them are literally pedo. Anyway, this video got a lot of people talking. A lot of people have so much to say about this dynamic and all that. And should we point out the fact that he's a bishop? Some of you guys that goes to church, or some of you religious people, the people you listen to, like, really? Anyway, guys, let's go check out people's thoughts on this. Then I'll come back and share more of my thoughts. But I want to know what you think down in the comment section. So go ahead and share your thoughts for free, okay? Let's go check out people's thoughts. But before we go, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, this is the perfect time to hit the subscribe button, okay? So let's go check people's thoughts and then we'll come back and talk more.
Pause to read. How disgusting is he? Like, how is this still happening? How aren't we protecting our girls? Like, come on. And don't think that his position in that church didn't play a huge role in this. It's why he was able to do this multiple times. It's disgusting.
Love 771s. This video is just for you. Let's do some math real quick. The bishop is 63 years old. This is his fourth wife. He married her at 18. She became a member of the church when she was 14. He said he waited until she turned 18, which means he began lusting after her when she was in the 7th grade. How do you, as a mother with a son and a grandchild, yes, I went to your page. You have a beautiful family, by the way. But how do you justify a 59-year-old man lusting after a 14-year-old child? I want you to come to my live on tomorrow. There will be a box open just for you, 8:30 Central Standard Time until midnight, because I want you and anybody that agrees with you to come on so we can have a real deal, adult, respectful conversation around this particular topic. I do hope to see you there. I thank you for this comment.
When it comes to an older man and a younger woman relationship, y'all love to jump in the comments and say, oh, it's okay, he living his best life. But how do you feel about this situation? That is a video of a 65-year-old pastor named Dwight Reed, who's on stage defending himself for marrying a younger woman. Now, the problem is when he met and married his wife, she was 19 years old. And not only was she 19 years old, she was his former student. He mentored that child.
65-year-old pastor Dwight Reed is married to 19-year-old Jordan and has been in her life since she was 13 years old.
You will see me on the news. Let me just tell you that right now. Talking about what you gonna do if you see her. You better walk by and say, praise the Lord. That's what you better do. Cause that's my wife.
A child.
And she grown.
19. Teenager.
She didn't need nobody to sign no paperwork for her. If this was out in the streets, y'all be saying she made a come up. But you a hypocrite. So don't you forget the Bible say marriage is honorable. And the Bible said when you find a wife, honey, you find favor with God, honey. I found some favor with God. And we sleeping good at night.
Kill me as the black folks in a congregation. That's right. Doing all this. Yes. Oh, well, I'm in the wrong profession. On the comments talk about where are her parents. Y'all keep thinking that people give a children.
They don't.
Y'all keep thinking that pastor said he's had his eye on this girl since she was 14. Walked her and looked after her through high school. That man has been grooming this little girl. Is it hard to find a new church? I'm just asking for a friend. Is it hard, like, once you're there and you already tithe and gave your $140 a month? Is it just like, well, I've already invested, I'm going to just stay? Or that poor little girl has passed up every 19 and 20-year-old, had no choice. And now she's married to a 65-year-old man and she has to help him unfold his flabby skin at night. Ouch, baby! You stepped on past the skin. About we sleeping good at night. She's waiting for you to die. That's what I would do. Hurry it up. Lord, take them. Anyways, I'm starting a church. Apparently, it's really easy to get you guys' money. So, Monday, we do. Tuesdays, we twerk for the Lord. Wednesdays, weed. Thursdays are Thought Thursdays. Everybody. Bishops didn't. Deacons dropping. Fridays, we find them young. Go to the nearest elementary school, and if you feel bad about it, don't worry. If they can read, we can give them what they need. Saturday, we sanctify the name of Satan. You cannot forget about Sundays. How you doing? Ma'am? Sundays.
Yo, I don't know how I'm just now hearing about this, but Bishop Dwight Reed married a woman by the name of Jordan who was 18. Now, Bishop Dwight Reed was 63 at the time he married his former student who's 18, which means he was looking at this girl when she was in her early teens. He was looking at her in lust and waited for the perfect opportunity to marry her. It's kind of crazy to me. You know, people like to say, oh, when you're 18, you're legal. But I feel like only perverted people think that way. Because what man 30 plus, what reason does he have to be with an 18-year-old? Like, this girl cannot teach this man nothing. She can't do nothing for this man. All he is using this girl for is some fun time in the bedroom. Young girl, you done groomed her, you teaching her all this stuff, got her doing it. It's just sick to even think. And the fact that whoever her guardians are let this happen. See, some church people like to manipulate people and make people think things are okay because they're doing it in church and it's under God. That's wrong, bro. Yeah, I mean, law-wise, he can't get in trouble, but we all know this man, this is perverted. And I looked up more stuff. He's currently still married to her, and from what I'm hearing, she's pregnant. And this story, from what I've seen, it developed in 2022. But that is just sick. Young. So now, I mean, if she was 18 then, so she's, 20 now? He's 65 now? That is sick. A 60-year-old man married to marries an 18-year-old, bro. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, what is his purpose for that? I understand, like, okay, like, what I'm saying? Like, maybe 30, I could understand, like, what I'm saying? I could understand 30, but 18. See, men like this are perverted. They're literally looking at this woman and thinking, how can I take advantage of her? And that's what he was doing this whole time. So the people in that church, if they have teenage women, that man's looking at them in lust. He's looking at them in lust. Yo, ladies, parents, be careful with your kids. There's older people out here who is preying on your children. And to you parents out there who have daughters, and if your daughter is developing pretty quick for her age, be careful, because there are grown men, they don't ask questions. They don't ask about ages. They just pursue. So if you have a daughter that's 16 and she's thick and built voluptuous, guarantee you there's men that aren't asking questions. They're pursuing that. They don't give a damn. They not asking questions. If they look of age, they going to treat that child like a grown-up. And it's sad, because growing up, I seen stuff like this in the neighborhood when I used to play. I used to see the perverted grown men who would slow down in their cars while we just kids out there playing, and, the girls in the neighborhood playing, and older men with it's sick. It's sickening. It's sickening, and it's sad. When I was growing up, anytime I seen a woman I liked growing up, I would ask them how old they were. And believe it or not, I would be shocked at the age that I would get at times growing up. Once you find out that person's not the age you thought, you run. You run. You don't keep pursuing. See, a lot of these men, one, they don't ask questions. And if they do ask, they gonna keep pursuing.
Okay.
Sick. And that dude is sick. The fact that the church was okay with that, that's sick. Watch your kids, man, for real.
Please go down in the comment section. I want to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful as always. What are your thoughts? Let me know if you as a parent, if you will allow your 18 years old daughter, aka the new adult, to be with a 60 years old man. For me, this is like the story of the women that were sharing how they were being escaped by their parents and nothing was being done. This is just another, it's just that is done in the church. And this is something that I saw growing up, where a lot of religious leaders, pastors would prey on children and do nothing. So there's this incident that happened. She might see this video but I don't even know what she is now. So there was this girl that I know, and she was pretty young. While I was in the university, she was pretty young. I was a couple of years older than her, but we got close and got talking. And I noticed the way she was talking about a particular priest in the Catholic Church, and a grown man, but this is a child. I said when I was in the university, I was like year 2. She was like in a pre to less than year 1. She wasn't in year 1, like they would call it pedigree, like a pre-degree, just the way it is before you get into the BSc program. And she was a child, and the way she talks to this man buys her everything. And he's a priest. He's not supposed to even be with a woman. He buys her everything and all that. And at first, I was given it a side eye and all that. And growing up in a situation where you are not allowed to ask questions like that to accuse a man of God, I was just giving everything the side eye. But with a lot of things I saw going on with both of them, between this young girl and this man, there was nothing you could tell me this man was sleeping with her. And when I got digging and I had the conversation with her, I got to find out that she has been that close to that man since she was 12 years old. So as much as, oh, this is on the internet, people are talking about this, something that is very rampant, that is going on in our community, in our society, but we're not talking about it. We're giving the blind eye to it. And why was this to this girl that I know was the fact that I think our family didn't really have enough, and they were going to the Catholic Church, and the priest took like on her and was like, oh, I'm going to send her to school, I'm going to provide for her. And she was in secondary school, she was in high school. And this man really did provide it for her and her family, sent her to the uni, was paying her school fees and accommodation and all that. But you could tell eventually, as this young girl was growing up, she started back chatting him, like talking back at him when he talks and all that. And that was what the first trigger I got. And I was like, something is up here. And eventually when I had that conversation, I was shocked. And this is very rampant, and this is just grooming. And there are a lot of sickling things, that there are a lot of men that are so sickly that are doing this, that we are like, these are not the time to really sweep things under the carpet. These are times as parents for us to be very, very vigilant, stand on 10 toes, protect our children. Because this young girl that is 18, a parent are being very complacent. Because how can you say your pastor wants to marry your 18 years old daughter? So clearly, you know your pastor probably have an eye on her since when she was on that age, but we're just waiting for the right time. And you don't see anything wrong with that. Sometimes when we get into the religious space where we are not, I feel like sometimes, and this is one of the reasons I don't do religion and all that. I feel like the religion fanatic, when they get into there, they're not logical thinkers anymore. They just move with whatever their leader, their pastor, or their religious leader tells them, and that is word. And nothing these religious leaders will do that will mean any, like what they say is final, their word is gold and all that. There's a situation here that happened in Nigeria of an imam that also get married to a 16 years old girl. Crazy. Are there people still following these religious leaders? Yes. And I feel like if they are not religious leaders, people will frown at it, da, 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 da. But now they are, and people are like, oh, and he's on pulpit talking and trying to defend his action in being married to a child, an 18 years old child, and there are some people there doing, whoo, you, people are still sitting down there. That's a crime. That is grooming. This young girl will grow up and feel lost because she has been groomed all her life. They've married her and now we're even hearing she's pregnant. And you guys know what? We'll have the conversation here. They just want to, aka, mold the woman the way they want. These are sick men. And as women, we need to start protecting the young girls in our community. When we see things like this, we should try and stand up. But there's so much you can do as an outsider that you're not their parents. There's so much you can do. And this is why I still go down to that conversation that not everybody is meant to be a parent. Some people are like, oh, why would you say that? Da, 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 da. Look at child parent. And they're watching this happen to her. They're watching this old man take her youthful years away from her. Not everybody are meant to be parents. If you know you've not asked yourself if you're ready to protect this human being you want to bring into this world. If you know you've not asked yourself if you're ready to give your entire life, like your entire existence to a human being, don't bring them. This is just so sad. And so disgusting. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful as always. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So feel free to share your opinion, okay? Don't forget to share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.